to Guitar Vacation. Today we're going to talk about fuzz. In particular, the Odin V3, version 3 Odin from Fjord Fuzz. This is a fella across the pond all the way in Norway, and man, he makes some really cool fuzz pedals. And this fuzz pedal in particular, the way I think of a fuzz pedal is like a good rug. It really ties the pedal board together, if you know what I mean. Couple things about this particular fuzz. This side is a more fuzz face-ish circuit. It's definitely not an OG fuzz face. I ran a guitar with active electronics in front of it a lot of the time, and it responded beautifully. So it's not going to be cranky about active pickups or buffers or placement on your pedal board. And it still responded awesome to different volume knob variations, even with active electronics. So that in and of itself is really cool. This side of the pedal is a octave fuzz, which they are actually two different circuits in one pedal, which is really cool. And the octave side, it can be just really nasty. Volume knob guitar on 10 and roll it down, and you can get many variations in there, and just everything you could want out of a good responsive fuzz pedal on both sides. I'm running mine with these two knobs. They're the fuzz distortion knobs. I just dime them, and everything else, all the different settings and colorations, is really coming from what guitar I'm using and where my knobs are set on that guitar. And there's just as many colors as you could ever want in one pedal with that setting. This big knob is a volume knob, and it's because it makes big volume. This is one of the loudest pedals I've ever had, which can be really good if you're running it into an amp that's set crunchy, or a pedal to mimic a crunchy amp. This has the volume and output to really push that dynamic part of the equation, and it just makes for a really satisfying fuzz experience. This first clip, we're just gonna get right down to it, and I'm gonna play some really nasty, filthy fuzz tones using the octave side of this pedal. In a lot of these clips, I'm using the full tone OCD set to mimic a crunchy amp in front of just a Ethos clean preamp pedal, and the speaker sim out is what's going into my interface, and that's what we're hearing. In this particular clip, I'm doing that, and I also have the Carolyn Wave Cannon version 1 to mimic a dirty amp sound. So it's the octave fuzz into the Wave Cannon into the OCD set for a mild crunch, and you'll hear what that sounds like. Next clip we're going to hear is me dialed the with the volume knob back just a little bit, getting more of a mild, almost between clean and hairy tone to show how the fuzz responds and gets those in between sounds. Again, I'm running this Odin version 3 into the OCD, which is mimicking a crunchy amp, because the platform I'm running into is the Ethos clean preamp, and it's pretty much super clean. So we'll hear what that sounds like. Next, let's hear how really it cleans up super well. I roll my guitar volume down to about 3, no OCD in the equation, and this is the fuzz with the guitar volume rolled down a very good bit straight into the Ethos pedal preamp as my clean platform. And obviously I'm adding some ambient delay, reverb, mod type stuff. But you can really hear the super clean, awesome, glassy tone this pedal's capable of when you use your guitar volume. Next, we're going to hear basically just how I would use usually a fuzz face, just kind of dialing in a really nice thick lead tone, and this is going to be this number 1 side of the circuit, and it's going into the OCD to mimic a crunchy amp, and I'm really satisfied in getting thick fuzz face type tone using the pedal in this manner. This is when you're going to have your volume probably at 10 or close to it. So let's hear what that sounds like. next clip, I'm using the good old Les Paul and running a kind of middle of the road octave fuzz tone. This really shows the versatility of the pedal, in my opinion, where you're not diming your volume knob on your guitar for full chaos fuzz in octave mode, and it makes for a really nice pronounced octave fuzz tone to do just some basic solo lead lines, and we're going to hear what that sounds like. So that's a couple colors that we can get with this awesome fuzz pedal. Like I said, made by a fella in Norway. I've listened to a lot of clips of his other stuff, Fjord Fuzz, and he is really making some cool fuzz pedals. And we'll ride out with just a clip of me using a vibe into the fuzz, kind of old school, and I'm using my Ibanez Japan 80s 335ish guitar and getting a great tone, in my opinion, with the number one fuzz face like side of this pedal. And we'll just ride it out on that. So, happy guitar vacation to you. And I hope in the meantime, if you have a fuzz pedal, you can get it out and make some fuzz chaos and enjoy your guitar vacation. Talk to you later.